Anthony Hoy Fong has achieved great success as a chef in New York and has even consulted for the White House. He makes regular appearances as a chef on US television and opened one of the largest restaurants in the heart of Times Square. But what people don't realise is that Anthony is a third-generation New Zealander who grew up in a fruit shop in Mount Roskill, Tamaki Makaurau, and he's managed to find time to pop into my kāuta. Kia ora, Anthony.
Hey, how's it going?
No mai, haere mai. Welcome, no mai hoki mai ki te kāinga, and welcome back to Aotearoa. You're hardly ever here, are you?
I try to get back 2 or 3 times a year. All my family's still here, so.
Are you going to bring a little bit of Kiwi in today? I believe we're doing some barbecuing.
Yeah, a little bit of Kiwi, a little bit of American influence, kind of like me, I guess. I've been there for like 10 years. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to barbecue a whole chicken. We're going to butterfly it, makes it nice and flat so it cooks evenly. And we're going to make a really cool spicy barbecue rub. And we're going to dry rub that, and then we're going to finish it with our own homemade barbecue sauce.
Te mō wai te waha. I am dribbling at the thought. Me te kānga ka ahatia te kānga. What are we going to do with that corn?
So I've spent a bit of time in Mexico with work, and this is, they call it elotes. It's a Mexican-style grilled street corn. Peel back the husks, get some nice char on the corn kernels, and then we brush it while it's warm with a mixture of like mayonnaise and sour cream, so it's creamy and rich.
Wow, ka tahina te kōrero mo te kānga. I love that. I mean, it's not street corn, it's going to be whare corn today, but we bring the street. We bring the street attitude, the waiaro. Okay, ka tima te ki here, so where do we start?
Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll start with the chicken. And what I'll do is I'll show you how to butterfly it. Basically means open it up like a butterfly, right? So I start with my plastic cutting board just because I've got the raw chicken, okay? And what I do is I just use my my chef's knife, right? And you can actually use, if you've got kitchen shears, like scissors, it's a lot easier. You can just like come through here, but you know, we're professionals, so. Okay. So what I do is I come down the side of the spine, right? And you can get it where the joint is, the bone. A little bit of bone crunching.
Yeah, kei te rongo mātou, we can hear that.
Okay, and so once you've taken the backbone out, all I do is I flip the chicken over, okay? And this is the meaty part. Okay, so you've got the back of the breastbone here, and all you do is just push down, and it flattens it out, right? So once you break that breastbone, the chicken lies nice and flat, and all I do is I tuck the wings underneath, the little wing tip, so that way they don't burn when they go on the barbecue. Ah,
tīwhiri pai tēnā, that's a good tip.
That's the chicken, pretty simple, right?
Nā reira, me whai tāwara I nāna, so we're now about the flavours, I guess.
Yeah, so if you want to help me out, what we'll do is we'll make a spice rub for the chicken.
Hanga kai whakauru e hoa?
It's 3 tablespoons of smoked paprika, teaspoon of ground cumin, teaspoon of garlic powder, and then 2 teaspoons of salt and a teaspoon of ground black pepper. But what you can do is you can just sprinkle it all over, just use your hands and sprinkle it all over, yeah.
Nā re, e hara I te mea me mahi tēnei te rā I mua, so we don't have to do this the day before or anything? How long does it sort of need to sit on?
It's one of those ones where actually, if you do it longer, it picks up more colour and the flavour's better, but it's also one of those ones where you can do it and just let it sit for like 20 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the quick version, and we can let it sit while we're going to make our barbecue sauce. And so this is a little trick. In classic French cooking, there's a thing called a bouquet garni.
Oh, aye.
And it's basically a bunch of herbs wrapped up, tied together by string, and then you drop it in stocks or soups, and it acts like a tea bag, just infuses all the liquid. Okay, but because we're making barbecue sauce and because I like bacon, we're going to make a bacon version of a bouquet garni. Okay, so we do have some of the herbs in there, but instead of wrapping it up in a bay leaf, we wrap it up in bacon. You can roll that guy up, and I'll get some onion ready while you're doing that. And then we do is, wrap that around, and you can go around a couple of times and just tie it up real tight.
He tino rite, yeah, that is the meat garni.
We're going to start off with a little bit of oil, right? So we'll just take this, just like a good neutral oil, like a canola oil, about a tablespoon in there.
Right.
And we can just chuck that in there. Yeah. And the moment it hits it, like all that fat starts coming out of the bacon, and that's going to infuse our barbecue sauce, make it smoky and rich and fatty. Can you peel me off a couple of cloves of garlic?
Right.
So I've got this onion that I diced up really finely. I'm just going to chuck that in here too while it's cooking away, okay?
So I'm going to put the garlic.
Chuck that in there.
Oh, that smells so good already.
We're going to add 1/4 cup of crushed pineapple for the Hawaiian, tablespoon of dry mustard, about a tablespoon of that smoked paprika again. It's going to be 2 cups of the tomato sauce, a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and about a tablespoon of vinegar for the acid.
That looks amazing.
Check it out.
It's chunky, it's delicious tasting.
It's awesome, like you could eat this now and it'd be really good, but if we simmer it for like 20 minutes, then it's even better. So do you want to work on the next dish?
Right, the kānga, so we're onto the corn.
This is the street corn, right? And this dish is really simple, and when corn's in season...
Mama te utu, cheap.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Me pihore noa, so should we just peel that or look at yours?
Yeah, I know, it's simple corn and all we're going to do is throw it on the barbecue, but I'm a chef, so I like to do things a little bit fancy sometimes. So what you do is you peel the outer husks off and then you remove the silks. And then you can get rid of like half of them, but if you sort of peel these back in thin strips, what I like to do is I like to tie it into a little knot.
Yeah, you do.
And then it makes it pretty and also gives you a little handle.
Atamai, that's so clever.
With this corn, all we do is, it's really simple. All you do is you throw it on the barbie and you like char it off. You really blacken the kernels. That's what makes it taste so good. And then what we do is we spread on, it's a mixture of equal parts sour cream and mayonnaise.
Oh yeah.
And you use like the sour cream for the creaminess and the texture, and the mayonnaise for the richness and the flavour. So we've got everything set. So we've got our chicken with the dry rub on it, marinating. We've got the barbecue sauce. We're just going to turn it right down to a simmer for when we go outside, and this can just cook away.
Okay, ka waihoki kone, so you're going to leave that going while we're out in the barbecue. Yep. The hey met the kanga, so we've got everything we need, right?
Yeah, I'll get the grill the barbecue nice and hot, just to so you get a nice sear on the skin to start off, and then you can turn it down after you've given it that initial sear. Let's throw the chicken on first. We go skin side down first because you want to get that char. You finish it on the bony side, okay? And I'm going to cook it this way for about 5 to 7 minutes, get those nice marks on it.
Ngā kakau, so that's those little handles you're talking
about?
about?
Little handles, so we just put them on the edge. And the husks are actually pretty hardy anyway, so it doesn't really matter. They can get charred a little bit, and they just get nice and brown. And so you just leave it, and it's usually about like 3 to 5 minutes per side. I do 4 sides. That's it, and we can probably spin this chicken now.
Yeah. Mahi tahi tahi, yep. And 45.
There we go, beautiful.
Kanga, tirohi at the kanga, so you just keep watching the corn and turning it over.
Yeah.
Smoke it. All right, titirohi ha kaimata mata. It looks amazing. Let's quickly get it on a plate, shall we?
Cool. So I'm just going to use the spatula because now it's starting to, get really tender and you don't want it to fall apart. So a good indicator on the chicken leg, the meat and the skin starts to pull away from the bone, so you can see there, you're in pretty good shape.
Right.
And because we butterflied it and made it flat, it's cooked evenly,
Kua rite ngā mea katoa, everything's ready. How are you going to serve this up to, just add to the wow factor you've created?
Yep. So the chicken's good to go, as is. Put it on a nice big platter like this. We've got that Hawaiian pineapple barbecue sauce, which will glaze that crispy skin on the top. And with the corn, this is a pretty rustic dish, so we can just chuck it on the cutting board. We've got that mayo sour cream mixture that you made, and we just lather that onto the corn while it's warm, and it melts into all the nooks and crannies. Finish it off with a little bit of Parmesan cheese, a little fresh lime juice, a little chili powder, and chopped coriander. And that's it. Good to go.
Tai hoa ka pirangi tia wene tauira pepper. I think we're going to need these. Because this looks like a beautiful, hot, delicious, and messy cake.
Yeah, it's not first date food. For sure, it's like...
Oh my goodness.
And it's juicy from the barbecue, right?
Ka maumahara au ki wena tifiri katoa, and I remember all those tips that you told me as well, but like you say, ngā te tino kiwaha, colour is flavour. Lots of colour, lots of flavour. Me aro ki te kānga. We should go here. Oh, so you got a little bit of lime on top.
A little bit of extra lime right before you do it. And we're going backwards here. This would normally be your appetizer, and this would be your main bit. Cheers.
The tihi, ready, cheers.
Cheers.
Yum. Kai taumata ke tēnei, this is next level. It's probably all over my face, but...
It's like corn on steroids, right?
Wow, kua huri te ao e hoa. That is a game changer. So here ke te rai e hoa. I'm going to remember everything you've done today, but right now we need to stop filming so that I can stuff this in my face in an elegant way. Ngā mihi nui ki a koe. Thank you so much. So good to have you here and good to have you home.
That's awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Cheers.